Hi, it's me, Brigette, Love Steady Life, and you are just in time for the weekly energy report. So thank you for being here, and I love you. And I love you. Okay, we're going to work with 4 decks today. We're going intuitively. I'm feeling a spread. We'll do a mood challenge solution. And we'll get super freaking detailed because I have a full hour available to you today. Let's take a deep breath together. Deep inhale. Let the inhale reach out of your crown chakra before you exhale and relax and just feel all your energy focus around the heart chakra center. Throughout this reading, I would love it if you could focus on the energetic sensations you feel around your heart chakra, because that is the 5D chakra. The heart is the 5D portal. And that is the portal we are currently walking through, so that is where you're being upgraded. Oh, by the way, on my YouTube channel, Love Steady Lifestyle, there are 2 energy reports. One was posted at the end of December in 2019, and one was posted last week on, I believe, Monday, or was created on Monday last week. All the light codes in those videos are still active and running. I mean, light codes never expire. I think I'm saying that a lot lately. But anyways, those videos, the light codes are still active and helpful. So if you feel like you're still dealing with issues that are from 2019 or that are from last week carrying over into this week, I did publish both of those on my YouTube so that you can check those out, receive the light codes. I love both of the videos. I know it's funny to say I love my own work, but I watch them and they heal me. And it's me watching myself. So I really hope that they can have an impact on you. There's a lot on my heart. There's a lot of energy that is kind of streaming into my light body right now. So I'm glad I'm here with cards in my hand so that I can put some words to what I'm feeling. So I've decided I'm going to go through mood challenge solution. I'm going to go through each deck before I talk to you about the spread. So it's just going to be me here for a minute shuffling. Really interesting. So we're starting with 2 tarot decks. Next down to go. Oh, give me those. Go ahead. You're right on time for the energy report. All right, last deck, and we'll get into the message. Oh, there's a lot here. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for some orgasms this week, so let's see what it is. Yeah, it's only. It's only nearly come out. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, cards, everybody relax. Apparently this is going to be a big one. Here we go. Ooh! You heard me say apparently this is going to be a big one, right? You heard me say it, and then the card came out, right? You heard me say it, and then the card came out. That's a soulmates card. That came out last, though, so we get to hear about that one very last. But that's your sneak peek of the end. Oh! Are you guys ready? Let's freaking do this. Yay, thanks for being here. I'm here for you. We're doing this thing. The purpose of this reading is to give everybody a little bit of clarity, spiritual guidance, to assist in navigating the cosmic energies of this week. When the energies shift, I come back. And sometimes the energies don't really shift, and I come back anyways, and I give us more clarity on the same message. We'll see what happens today. We'll see. I've got 12 cards that we're going to work through over the next hour, so this should be fun. If any emotions come up for you within this reading, just know that that's probably stagnant energy coming up to be cleared, and oftentimes the way that the human body will choose to clear that energy is through emotions. So definitely let these emotions happen, whether it's tears, laughing, feeling annoyed, let them happen. I don't judge you, and it's not like I can see you, so it's only awkward if you're in public. And even then, feel those feelings. I am really excited to get into this message, so I think we should just do it. Just know that everything I say here, nothing is ever said with the intention to ever intend to want you to move in a manner that causes you to come out of alignment with your spirit, with your heart, with your center. In all moments, I'm definitely under the impression that you are aligning with your authenticity, with your truest, most authentic inner self, always, as a foundational thing. Like, I don't even need to remind you of that in this reading, because that's one of those, like, obviously. Okay? And I say that with love in my heart. I care about you. Okay, my spirit is very excited to get to the spread, and I kind of feel like giving you a sneak peek. Do I have anything I don't need to see? No, you're good. Okay. So now you know I'm not lying. We actually have cards out. It's actually party time. So, my loves, the mood that we're going to find ourselves in this week, we got the Four of Wands, followed by Nine of Wands in the reverse, followed by Flying Free, I unfurl my wings and fly, closing out with Time for a Nap. I'm going to get into this for you, don't you worry. So, this week, we're going to find ourselves feeling an energy of triumph in one way or another, especially in relation to things that we've thought about and then worked on. Things that you thought about and then manifested. Something that you thought about and then created. There's going to be the feeling of like you set something up this week. You set it up, you finished it off, and you're going to get to really enjoy your creation. That is an energy and that is a mood you're going to be in. I don't want to say whether or not you deserve it, because we deserve whatever the fuck our heart desires. I just want to say that that's a mood we're going to be in. We're going to be in the mood to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And the fruits, more specifically, are referring to just that feeling of a goal being manifested through doing the things. You had a thought, you brought it into reality, you made a thing, and now you're standing next to the thing, and you're like, yeah. That's what we're wanting. That's the mood that we're going to be in this week. I'm ready to just celebrate. I'm ready to have some fun. There is another message here, and this card is giving us kind of more depth to your message for this week. So I want you to know that you're going to be getting a lot of epiphanies this week. It's going to be like lightning bolt after lightning bolt this week, my loves. So, because of that, it might be hard to be really stagnant, feeling like you can take your ideas and like, boom, that's how this is, boom, that's how that is. You're not going to be able to be too solid in the foundations that you're trying to build from your ideas this week, because a lot of ideas are going to be coming in. This feels divine, okay? This card is a card about like mental clarity. When you know. All other ideas, from all other ideas, it's clear which is the right one, almost as if in divine inspiration. And it's in the reverse in the spread, so that's why I'm delivering the message the way that I'm delivering it. Despite the desires to feel like we've got perfect mental organization and clarity, and the desire is like I want to make a to-do list and kind of get the things done. Oh, there must be a lot of Capricorn energy, right? This is the energy of like I want to get the things done and I want to enjoy that I got them done. But there's this whole other process going on, and it's mental epiphanies. Okay, growth, new things, new doorways into new universes require the mind to open. In order to know that your mind is open, like the only way you'll know that your mind is open is if new ideas are constantly coming in and you're constantly rethinking all of your beliefs and reconsidering everything with every bit of new information that you receive from yourself and from the divine. There's also a feeling of like blockage. And Spirit wants you to know that if you're feeling a blocked sense in your energy, it's just carryover from last week. It's completely unnecessary. There's definitely the desire this week to go for all the things. This is total carryover from last week. I think last week it was, what, Ace of Swords or Ace of Cups or something like that. There's still the desire to, one, do the things, get the things done, and just know that I've got these things done, right? And there's this desire to just be like, bust out and just be the way you want it to be. There's a feeling of a slight, like, anxious blockage I'm sensing in the collective. And so if you're watching this reading, then that's good for you, because now I can put some words to that for you. Hopefully these light codes can help you bust out of that a little bit. Take a deep breath and understand that all the resistance you feel in your physical body or your energy field, that is like a physical manifestation of energy that's trying to flow outward out of your body and instead is being blocked by muscular tension. So all you have to do is breathe and imagine that discomfort becoming a shine. Oh, I hope that meditation helps. Oh, shining. Oh. Spirit says there's really nothing holding you back from being who you want to be or being how you want to be. Heaven on earth is here, and if you're a member of the Awakening Collective, like, you can just, like, be in heaven on earth. It's pretty cool. Like, it's not very difficult to be in heaven on earth. Spirit has tried to make it as easy as possible for you to exist in heaven on earth. So you don't even have to work very hard. Because if you're one of the few people who believe heaven on earth is possible, then you've already worked really hard just to get there. So stop being so hard on yourself. You deserve to have a great time, okay? So your desire to have a great time is deserved, okay? So every time you want to have a great time and Spirit's like, nah, fuck that. You do deserve to have a great time. But the thing is, Spirit doesn't want you to disconnect this week from the things that are like kind of holding your life up, you know? If rent is due, if a bill is due, like those things do matter. Those things do matter unless you're interested in having the experience of being homeless. Unless you're interested in having the experience of living in your car. If you're interested in manifesting that kind of reality, you know, then don't pay those things and see what happens. But that's just a tangent. So, current mood. Spirit's telling me that, yeah, you definitely have the energy to have these goals come into fruition this week. So you're feeling that. You're in the right in feeling that. But Spirit says you do have some more information coming in from the divine. So it's okay that you felt a little blocked. But the best way for you to receive these additional epiphanies from the divine that are a little blocked right now is to consciously allow yourself to feel a little more open. I have another message on my heart about this flying free card. And it must really resonate with me, and that's why I'm having a little resistance in bringing it through, so just give me a second. Okay, here it is. So we got the time for a nap card right after the I unfurl my wings and fly card, okay? So a lot of us are feeling a profound blockage in our energy, a feeling like our mind isn't processing as well as it used to, or even might feel a little closed. We might be feeling more defensive. Spirit is saying that you think that freedom is this outward performance of energy. You think that freedom is this, a manifestation of a life that looks like a performance of some kind of, reality star. What are they called? Influencer, like a celebrity. I'm not saying you don't deserve luxury. It's just that Spirit's saying that the freedom that you truly seek right now is not actually an outward freedom. Spirit says the freedom that you seek right now is an inward rest. There is a deepening happening within your soul portal this week. Take a deep breath. The Spirit needs you to be a little more present with yourself And the reason it's so hard for a lot of us to just receive these epiphanies and work with them this week, or the reason it may be hard or we may be resistant this week to these incoming epiphanies, is because they're going to inspire us to seek a little more solitude. They're going to inspire us to rest. And that might create some internal conflict this week, because we want to take our ideas and make shit happen, man. We want to take our ideas and make shit happen. So how inconvenient that all these ideas and epiphanies are coming in that inspire us to rest. Okay? Just know that if that's in alignment with you, if this is resonating, then the freedom you seek is not the outward freedom in this moment, like financial freedom. Hey, we all want fucking financial freedom. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying someone should be oppressed right now. No, that's not what I'm saying. Liberation all the way. I am talking about this bird, riding this bird into your soul. And realizing, holy shit, I'm infinite. Oh, I just keep getting deeper and deeper. How is it that you can fit a universe inside of you, I ask? Because IDK, you're just made that way. Have you tapped into that universe? Because you're the only one who has real access to it. I mean, there's some tangents I could go on about that. We can talk about it another time. The freedom you seek is accessing your own infinite universe. Keep thinking that there's a bunch of ideas on the external that are going to come in for you. And so you're like on guard, ready to receive from all sources. Man, no. You don't even need to be ready to receive the messages from the divine that are coming in this week. They're going to hit you like this. Boom. Ow. They are going to be obvious epiphanies that you cannot hide from, okay? So understand the blockages you're feeling are most likely going to be in direct relation to the desire to have an outward performance of success with a complete disconnect to your center. Connect to your center. Your whole idea of what success will look like will change. Hey, my loves, I'm just reading your comments. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm glad this reading is resonating. Yay. So that's our mood. Hope that resonates. Next column in our spread is the challenge. Getting deeper into the message. I hope you're ready. I hope I'm ready. Ooh, we got a message. You guys ready? I love my new spread. I love my new deck. I love my new deck. I love my new deck. Oh my goodness. Seven of Swords. Swords depict our constructive and destructive behaviors. Followed by Six of Pentacles. Followed by hearing messages from Spirit. I am a clear channel for messages from Spirit. Beautiful. Pity. This pity. Pretty. Followed by Between Worlds. This is your energy of challenge this week. Let's get into it. So the challenge for this week, first we see the Seven of Swords. So remember the mood that we're going to be in. I'm going to re-reference the mood since I just kind of tangented a little. The mood that we're going to be in is the mood to really get our things in order and enjoy the orderly fashion of it. And we're going to be getting a lot of epiphanies that are inspiring us to rest, which is a little confusing because we're feeling a resistance to that on the inside, because we're feeling like we want to bust out of something. But that feeling, that blockage that we're feeling is actually blockage that we're feeling. It's actually desire to dive deep within the soul and get to know yourself better. All your epiphanies, everything that's happening is guiding you deeper within yourself. That's the energy of this week. That is the freedom that you seek. Keep feeling like there's a lot of material things that are going to be tripping people up this week. So as you can see, Clearly this man has an abundance of swords. He's got an abundance. And they're practically falling out of his arms. And yet he's still like, hold on, I've got two more. How can I carry these two? Wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I can't even look ahead at where I'm going, because wait a minute. What about those two? No! Those two swords could be the ones that change everything. All of these swords I'm already carrying probably suck anyways. Is that you? Because what Spirit is saying right now is Six of Pentacles, baby. Your fruit is ready for picking. Your abundance is here and ready to go. Now is the time to be generous with what you have, and to also be willing to receive help and generosity from others, because this is the card of literal financial abundance and prosperity, okay? This is like the things you've worked for, the seeds you've planted have grown and are ready to be received. But it's challenging because you're looking behind you at the two little whatevers you left behind. What about all the action you've taken this week? Every time you're down on yourself, what about all the action you've taken? Think about me saying this. What about all the action you've taken? Think about my little wrinkles right here. What about all the action you've taken? You've taken a lot of action. So do not forget to look at what you've already working with, what you've already done, what's already brought you here, what you're already like, oh. Make sure you're paying attention to what's already on your plate, instead of looking at the plate of the person next to you, or the potential food that you also might be able to fit on your plate, because that is taking you off your center and taking you out of your now moment. I hope this resonates. There's definite prosperity available to us in direct relation to the things that we have been on that slow and steady path to manifest. So next we've got hearing messages from Spirit. I'm a clear channel for messages from Spirit, and I want to zoom in on this one because I love it. It's really pretty, right? This is total love, steady life vibes. You need to listen this week, and it's going to be hard. And we already received that message once before with this one in the reverse for our mood this week, right? You will be spoken to from the divine. And what's awesome is the divine speaks your language, because the divine, well, you are divine. The divine flows through you and keeps you alive. That's like the content of your soul is divine essence material. Anyways, take a deep breath. I want you to know that the universe knows how to speak to you in a way that you will understand. So be prepared to just have conversations with the universe. And it might not be like out loud or in a language. Or maybe you might say it in your head, or you might want to say it out loud. I'm talking signs. Whether it's in the form of angel numbers, whether it's in the form of some flower that was important to you or that your grandma loved and you're seeing it all the time, whether it's in the form of, it's just like whatever your totem is or whatever your thing is, you might receive it. But it also might be like really random and magical things happening that just put you in a magical place. And you're like, what? Like, what? And now I'm going to share a personal story with you. So I was out to dinner last night with a friend, and we were sitting outside at a restaurant in the outdoor area, right up against like some big fences covering plants and a planter. And at one moment, something wet hit my head and landed on my lap. And I live in Florida. I go to the beach all the time. I was sure a seagull had crapped on my head and it had landed on the napkin on my lap. I was sure. I looked down. It's a little tree frog, you guys. You know what? This is the perfect time for me to share a photo with you. I hope I don't. You see that little guy? Can I zoom? Oh no, that's zooming me. Oh God. You see that little buddy? Wait, it looks like I can share a video too. Look at that little guy. Isn't he so precious? So, that frog landed on my lap and was just sitting there staring up at me. And I'm like, dazzled, completely dazzled I can't tell you the feeling of magic I felt in my soul. And the person I was with was like, I think it's because he thought I was going to be like, ah, oh my God, get the frog. And instead I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my God, look at that little baby. Look at that little baby. And I just thought it was so precious. And I was like, this has to mean something, right? And so I'm just looking at it, and as I wanted to go and get my phone and take a picture on my lap, it jumped on the wall, and that's what you see there. Okay. Finishing up my frog story, so then after taking that video that I just showed you, I'm like looking at the frog, and I'm just telling it how much I love it. I'm like, oh my God, frog, you are so cute. You are so precious. I love your little eyes. I like your little shiny back. I like your little feet. It's really cute. Thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping on me. You're so cute. And you know what it did? You want to know what it did? It jumped back on my lap. It jumped back on my lap. And I was like, I can't tell you why it was such a profound experience for me. But, oh my God. And then it proceeded to jump on my head and jump into the trees behind me. Didn't land on the person next to me. So then I was like, hey friend, hold on a second. I feel like this is probably a message from Spirit. So let me take a second and integrate this experience. And I didn't even need to. The message from Spirit was clear. Spirit said to me, I just wanted to remind you of your relationship with nature and how important you are. Spirit's like, I just wanted to remind you of who you are and what you are. And I was like, oh my God, Spirit, that's so special. Like, thank you so much. I was already having a really good night too. Like, what? I didn't get this. Like, thank you, Spirit. So that was a moment that could have been perceived as anything that I chose to receive as a message from Spirit. I made myself open. And by the way, my night proceeded to be amazing and awesome and really fun. And of course, I also looked up tree frog totem, spirit animal symbolism. The last card in the challenge position is Between Worlds. As you know, we are shifting into a more dynamic, crystalline, complex time. The most complicated and sci-fi component of the shift that we're undergoing, the spiritual ascension that some people are experienced, embodied in this current incarnation. It's pretty wild because there are people around us who exist in hell on earth while we anchor heaven on earth. It's a really interesting thing. Guys, it's not going to be this way for long, okay? It's not going to be this way for long. You're not going to be like one foot anchoring heaven on earth and the other foot like acknowledging that people are living in hell on earth all around you. It's not going to be that way for long, but it is that way for now. And universe wants just to acknowledge that for you for a minute and say, okay, it's challenging, but you're not alone. So listen to the messages that you receive from Spirit. As you start to really realize the difference between hell on earth and the heaven on earth energies that we are anchoring as light workers. We understand how crucial it is to stay open so that the universe and Spirit can continue to communicate with us. Whether it's a little frog jumping on our lap to remind us of how special life is and how special we are, that a little frog can activate and dazzle us. Or whether it's something more specific, like a straight up epiphany, seeming to come from nowhere. Understanding that you are a clear channel for your own spirit, and the only, the most efficient and powerful place that you can source your life purpose and what to do next from is from within you. While that may be challenging, it's true. Not only that, but it's going to be challenging this week, acknowledging hell on earth around you, maintaining anchoring heaven on earth, being open to listen to Spirit even though it's telling you to take it easy. It's going to be hard because everyone's feeling a little greedy. Maybe people have been under hard times with finances, with money. People are feeling insecure with some things. I'm getting money vibes. This could also be with love. Feeling greedy and wanting more and wanting more. Be careful of that. You want more, but what about what you already have right there? He's already got so much. If I was him, I'd be like, oh, let me focus on what I'm balancing. Let me find the perfect arm position first before I try and grab any more. Just know, above all, the abundance that you feel you are deserved is coming for you this week. So why would that be in the challenged position, right? It's because this card is also connected to the energy of generosity. And this card says, because there is this abundance coming into you that you deserve, open yourself up to it by being willing to being open to abundance from the external and from the divine, and also resonate the energy of abundance, of generosity by being generous. Be generous and open yourself up to receive generosity. That's going to be hard if you're not really appreciating or acknowledging that which you already have. You're feeling greedy, feeling like you want more when you haven't even appreciated or enjoyed what you got. Spirit's going to be telling you things, and you're going to be like, no, Spirit, oh, I don't want to. It's going to happen. Might not manifest in the way that my personality manifests it, but hopefully the light codes resonate. Spirit's going to be speaking to you this week, okay? Spirit's going to be speaking to you. It's probably going to tell you to rest a little bit. Don't be surprised. Appreciate that. Understand your relationship with Spirit is growing and expanding. You want to access your infinite soul and continue to ground these heaven on earth energies in the now moment. It's going to be challenging this week, seeing how people that you love, people who live with you, around you, your neighbors, your community, people in the world, are living in hell on earth. God, like what? They really are. And some people, it's like, I can't even talk about why or blame. Like, I can't even use 3D language for it. It's just a thing that's true. But some of us are blessed with the opportunity to anchor heaven on earth. Some of us are blessed with the opportunity to anchor heaven on earth. And if you're blessed with that opportunity, with the incarnation, body, opportunity, environment, to anchor heaven on earth, I hope you would not squander that opportunity. Because every time you choose to anchor heaven on earth, you make heaven on earth that much more accessible to those who are experiencing hell on earth. And that is a huge component of light work. Hey. So, revisiting the challenge energies before I move on to our solution column of this week's spread. I'm calling you out on being greedy and on looking at the past and not looking at all the work you've done. And this week, when you find yourself giving yourself a hard time and wanting more, take a second, take a deep breath. 2019 was so much fucking work, and you've done a lot, okay? So make sure you appreciate how much you've done so that you don't start this year off in the pattern of not appreciating things. Don't worry. You will be rewarded by Spirit for the work that you have done. But first, put yourself in the place or energy of rewards by being generous and by being willing to receive help and generosity from others. Despite how challenging it is, trust that the universe is speaking to you. The divine is speaking to you this week, and it is challenging. But if you are willing to experience these tiny nuanced moments and believe that they are moments of magic, that'll be another way to anchor heaven on earth. It's like you can have any experience and perceive it anyway, but to choose to perceive an experience through the lens of hope and magic, to choose to perceive an experience through the lens of, oh my God, this is so amazing, as opposed to, oh my God, oh. That's your choice. One is hell, one is heaven. Just saying. You have the choice. If you can distinguish between heaven and hell on earth, then you have the choice. If you cannot, then you've got a whole different situation going on that you've got to work on. Because we have one more column to go. Okay. I'm laugh crying and dancing. There's so many emotions and energies going through my body. That's all I can do is laugh, cry, and dance. So much good stuff for us. I hope I can do a good job in expressing these energies, because I want you to know, yes, indeed, we are winning this week. It's just that it's under a veil. But you're doing this reading, and I'm here giving you the light code so you can perceive the veil. Are you ready? In my opinion, the spiciest card in our solution column here for this spread. The spiciest card is the first card, and it's the Five of Pentacles. This card is literally telling you to share the wealth. Okay? I've already said, got to be generous in order to receive generosity from the universe. I've already said you're going to be not appreciating what you have and looking at what you don't have. And now Spirit went ahead and said it. The solution is to, of course, believe that abundance is available to you, specifically abundance in finances and home. 100%. But it's equally as important for you to share what you have, to balance the scales of the earth. I'm not even talking socialism. That's not what I'm talking about. Your heart will lead you to those who are divinely intended to receive your generosity. Take a deep breath. It's card number 1 for our solution. Look at this gorgeousness. Just received this right here. The thing about this is I think this person still looks hoity-toity. Like, oh, peasants. Peasants. Here, take my breadcrumbs, peasants. But whatever. We're just going to ignore, like, the peasants vibe I'm getting from this. And let's instead look at the scale he has in his hand. You will be balancing your life by allowing generosity to flow from your hands. Understand it is a trap of the dark to allow the low vibrating ego to take over, and you start to do generous acts with the Son of Wands in reverse energy of being fake. Son of Wands in reverse energy of just trying to be a savior and trying to perform light work and perform kindness. Spirit has much more to tell me about this. This week, Spirit says mystery will work in your favor. This week, Spirit says mystery will work in your favor. Spirit says don't tell them everything. Spirit says be generous. Don't tell them everything. Spirit says, are you ready for this? Proceed softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. The solution for your discomfort this week is to allow yourself to find that solitude, to take that rest, and to proceed softly with that which you do. The solution for the energies this week is a combination of finding balance away from hidden greedy nature within us that is coming to the surface and needs to be revoked so that we can receive generosity and abundance from the universe that we deserve. Opening ourselves up to generosity from the universe by being generous. An additional clarity, an additional solution for the energies of this week is don't tell them everything. You're going to be having a lot of ideas this week. You are going to be balancing in between heaven and hell on earth this week. And so, don't tell them everything. You don't know who you're communicating with, if it's heaven or hell on earth. If you are an energy worker, you know who you're communicating with, whether it's heaven or hell on earth. But this is advice for you as well. So, yeah. And proceed softly. There's a lot going on. You might feel different every day. You might feel like you're getting new epiphanies every day. So the solution is to proceed softly, almost like in a spongy, porous manner, so that you can continue to receive from the divine without holding too tightly to any new idea that you have, just in case it gets upgraded the very following day. Take a deep breath. I hope this resonates. I have one more card to show you. Those of you who are here at the beginning of the reading know what card it is. Soulmates. We got soulmate energy as a solution this week, as the last card in the spread. I'm really excited about this personally. You know, I love love. I love love in all its forms. Whether this is a soulmate deepening your relationship with your inner self, whether this is romantic love, which I'm feeling strong here, or this is soul family friendship. Are you ready for a channel message about soulmates? To choose to share your heart with another person, for two people to choose to open their heart and share in the love vibration, to consciously channel and allow your love energy to flow from your heart into another's heart in a conscious energy exchange of love vibration. It feels good, yeah, for the both of you. But what it also does is the act of that love exchange changes the quality of the vibration of the air and the molecules around you and in your environment. And as you are loving in this soulmate energy, as you are loving, you are raising the vibration of the world in your environment. So then it's like, as you continue to love and resonate this open-hearted, equal energy exchange, highly respectful soulmate love energy, your whole world lifts up and heaven on earth engulfs you in all of your realities. I hope that resonates. So what I'm going to do now is we'll do our conclusions. I'll start back with the mood, we'll go through the challenge, and we'll get back to the solution. I feel really good. I just got like a huge download of love from the universe, and it feels awesome. So my loves, I just want to take a second to say thank you for being here, for holding space with me. If my work resonates with you, I'm just so glad that you could be here for it. If it really resonates with you and a friend has popped in your mind or a family member during this reading, then please feel free to send them this reading. It would, mean a lot to me to know that we're raising the vibration of the collective. This week you are going to be in the mood to just get things situated already, to get your thoughts organized so that you can enjoy them. But all these new epiphanies keep coming in. And it's kind of frustrating to feel like there's so much movement in your mind, even though the mind feels clear. Spirit wants you to know that there is a freedom in just letting the mind receive epiphanies, and instead of trying to directly interact with the epiphanies as they come in, you will find a freedom and rest. And so if you're feeling tired this week, that's very natural. And there's a great freedom in allowing yourself to let go of the need to constantly be so hands-on and controlling with things, and sometimes let yourself be in the place of receiving from the universe. Trust in those moments of letting yourself receive from the universe. You'll receive more clarity, if not better ideas, to help you make these things happen that you want to make happen. But first, it feels like there's just a little more energy integration to go this week. So don't feel like things need to be finished this week. They don't. This week, you're going to be faced with greed, with looking at the past and not appreciating what you have in the present. The universe wants you to know that prosperity is here for you. The things you've worked for are ripe and ready for the picking. Abundance, rewards. It's really exciting. But in order to receive generosity from the universe, it's also important that you let generosity flow from you. And that may be challenging, but your spirit will guide you and tell you when it's time. When it's time to connect, when it's time to release. So be open. and willing to believe and to infuse all moments with magic so that you're willing to perceive from a high vibrating way, from a heaven on earth type of vibe, all the messages that Spirit has for you in every single now moment. Take a deep breath. I want you to know that we're in between realities. There are people around you who are existing in hell on earth while you're actively anchoring heaven on earth. And that's challenging. But know that you're not alone and Spirit is with you. Even if knowing Spirit is with you in itself is challenging. It's really up to us to start to process these magical energies so that we can navigate them in a high vibrational way. This week, again, the solution is to be generous. You don't have to share all the information about yourself, though. In fact, proceed softly with everything you do and be heartfelt in what you do. Quietude brings great inspiration. Finally, you get the soulmate energy this week. Opening your heart heals others. Opening your heart heals others. Sharing love heals the world. I love you. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a beautiful week. Hey, my loves. I just finished our weekly energy report. I hope you can check it out. I'm excited to rewatch it. Anyways, here's the quickie. This week, we've got a mood, challenge, and solution spread, and I really hope that it helps. You're going to be in the mood to just lay out those thoughts and get things done and enjoy the success, but you're going to have a lot of epiphanies coming in, and that might be frustrating. And the freedom that you seek is actually in rest, which is kind of interesting. Then the challenge is going to be dealing with greed, personal greed and selfishness that pops up, and the inability to appreciate that which you have. Spirit wants you to know that there's definitely abundance coming in, so you want to be generous so generosity can happen to you. Spirit will guide you through that. You're going to be challenged by people living in hell on earth around you, so just kind of acknowledge that and keep anchoring that heaven energy. Besides that, this week, for the solution, first, again, we see to find balance in your life, sharing and generosity is in order. Sharing the wealth and being generous. It's literally referencing our challenges here. Spirit also says, don't share too much about yourself. A little necessary is important sometimes, especially because this week you're going to have so many epiphanies coming in and because you're going to be challenged by all these people in hell on earth around you. So keep the best ideas to yourself this week. Proceed softly. Spirit says your inner power grows in moments of quietude. So it's in moments of quiet that you start to really acknowledge the soulmate energy in your life. So the solution to all the challenges and the moods and energies of this week is to really open your heart. Share love when you can. I love you guys. I hope this helps.